Monday Morning House Calls, sponsored by UK Healthcare.
Welcome back to Mountain News This Morning. We are talking to Dr. Joe Kingery about proper antibiotic use. Thanks for joining us, Dr. Kingery.
Thank you for having me.
My child always has a runny nose. Why won't my doctor give me an antibiotic? Now, I don't have a child, but this is just a common question.
That is a very common question. We see people in clinic all the time. They say, my kid's got a runny nose, he's got a little cough, it's been going on for a couple days now, and a lot of people expect an antibiotic to be given. The big thing behind that is the fact that a lot of things that are being passed around, especially now school's back in session, kids are coming home with different things, runny nose, is a lot of this is a virus or it's allergies. So those types of things don't need antibiotics. Unfortunately, viral infections don't respond to antibiotics. And also, obviously, allergies won't respond to that either. But obviously, and I know it's a frustration of people to come into the clinic and say, okay, my kid's got all this stuff going on, what are you going to do for him? And the answer is, well, keep doing what you're doing or just wait it out.
All right. So what can happen if maybe you give a child too much antibiotics?
So it's a great question. So obviously that's a thing that we really worry about, because you will see kids who have been seen over and over again to keep getting antibiotics given to them. And there's a few things that can happen. One is simply just the side effects of the medications. You can have a lot of stomach upset, diarrhea, things that obviously in itself is not good for the child. But you can also increase resistance to medication. So if a child keeps getting an antibiotic over and over again, then they can become resistant to it in terms of the bacteria that already are in them, or bacteria they come into contact with can become resistant. So then when they do have a bacterial infection, then it's really hard to treat.
Wow, okay, so that's very interesting. And another one, I know we were just discussing that this is very common. Why should you, finish the prescription completely even after a child or, yourself starts feeling better?
Right. So that's a great question, because typically a lot of antibiotics we'll give for 7 or 10 days. After 3 or 4 days, people start feeling better and they say, well, I'm good. Why do I keep taking this? Especially because it is causing some stomach upset and things. We always stress to people, you need to finish the whole course. There's a reason why we prescribe it for that amount of days. And the big reason for that is because it does take a while for all the bacteria to get killed off, even though you start feeling better. So after 3 days, maybe we've knocked down the bacterial infection half or so, you feel a lot better. You say, well, I'm going to quit. But then all of a sudden it gives the bacteria a chance to start growing again and coming back, and you get sicker. The other is the same thing we talked about prescribing too much antibiotics, is that you can get the bacteria resistant. So 3 or 4 days, the bacteria start getting killed off by the antibiotic. But then after that 4 or 5 days that you decide to stop the antibiotic, they start building up resistance. And then when you try to take the antibiotic again, it just doesn't work.
All right, so clearly, very, very important topic here, and definitely
Absolutely.
Finish that prescription, right?
That's right, exactly.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Dr. Kingery, and
Thanks
we will have more Mountain News This Morning right up after the break.